My friend Jake and I decided to embark on a duo desert adventure, eager to explore the vast, uncharted sands under the blazing sun. Armed with supplies and a map, we set off, laughter echoing against the backdrop of endless dunes. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, we set up camp. The vast silence of the desert enveloped us, and as night fell, an otherworldly chill crept in. We lit a small fire, its flickering light creating eerie shadows that danced around us. Around midnight, as we shared ghost stories, I noticed something unusual, a flicker of movement far in the distance. "Did you see that?" I asked Jake, pointing toward the dark horizon. He squinted but shrugged it off. Probably just the wind. As the night deepened, the air grew heavy and an unsettling silence fell. Suddenly, a chilling wind whipped through the camp, extinguishing our fire. We scrambled to relight it, but in the chaos, I saw her. A ghostly figure standing just beyond the flickering flames, her face obscured by long dark hair and tattered clothing. Heart racing, I whispered, "Jake, look." But when he turned, she was gone. I could still feel her presence lingering, a weight in the air that made the hairs on my arms stand up. "Maybe we should pack up," I suggested, unease gnawing at me. Jake agreed. But as we gathered our things, the temperature dropped, and an overwhelming sense of dread washed over us. That's when we heard it, a soft, mournful wail carried by the wind, echoing across the dunes. We froze, exchanging glances filled with fear. "What was that?" Jake stammered. I wanted to say it was nothing, but deep down, I knew it was her, the woman I had seen. Deciding to investigate, we ventured away from our campsite, the moonlight casting ghostly shadows. As we trudged through the sand, the wailing grew louder, resonating like a call for help. It led us to an ancient well, half buried in the sands, its opening dark and foreboding. Peering inside, I felt a rush of cold air. Suddenly the ghost reappeared, hovering above the well, her eyes hollow and filled with sorrow. She pointed downward, and I felt an intense pull, as if her pain beckoned me closer. "Please," she whispered, her voice a blend of sorrow and urgency. "Help me find peace." Panic surged through me, but something in her gaze was hauntingly human, compelling me to act. Just as I turned to grab Jake, a violent wind howled, throwing us off balance. The ghost's expression twisted in anguish, and in that moment, I realized her story was intertwined with the desert itself. She was a lost soul, trapped in this desolate place, seeking someone to uncover her fate. Determined, I approached the well, feeling the ground tremble beneath me. "What do you want?" I shouted into the darkness. The wailing grew louder, transforming into a cacophony of voices echoing her pain. Then, I noticed something glinting at the bottom, a locket. It was small, worn, and clearly significant. As I reached for it, the air grew still, and the ghost's face softened, her eyes pleading. I pulled the locket from the depths, and the moment it surfaced, a rush of energy surged around us. The ghost began to dissolve, her sorrowful wail transforming into a sigh of relief. "Thank you," she whispered, before fading completely into the moonlight. With the locket in hand, Jake and I stood in stunned silence, the weight of what had just occurred settling in. The desert felt different now, lighter somehow, as if the spirits had finally found peace. We returned to our camp, the fire rekindled. But the haunting memory of that night would stay with us forever. A chilling reminder of the desert's dark secrets and the souls seeking solace.